OnShape Exercise 4. Go ahead and create a new document. Exercise 4. We're going to use our sketch tool, select the front plane again. You can actually select any of these planes, but the front plane just seems to make things a little easier. We don't have to hunt around for it. And normalize using N. And if you like, turn off your extra planes. So I'm going to use my sketch tool again, and my sketch tool's line. You can hit line, or you can pick it from the top row. And I'm going to purposefully mess a few features up just to show you more of the constraints. And I want to show you another arc tool. So this time we're going to choose 3-point arc. And the way you define this one is you pick the 2 points and then you determine its radius after that. And one thing I like to do is, if one's supposed to be tangent, if you slowly mouse upward, it'll snap into tangent. So now I know that that one is already constrained. And we're going to use our line tool. So again, things don't have to be perfect because you can make them perfect using our constraints. All snapping does is it presets those constraints. So if you miss one, you can always add it in later. So I want to make sure that this line is horizontal. I want to make sure that this one is vertical. And I also want to make sure that this circle is tangent to that line. So that definitely cleaned things up pretty quick. I also would like to make this coincident. So you can see things jumped around pretty quick. So I'm going to use my dimension tool to help clean things up. So this has an outside radius of 1 inch. The bottom is 4 inches. My height is 0.5. And my distance from the arc to the bottom is 1.25. So now that's looking a lot more like what we want it to be. We're going to hit our green check mark, go to our trimetric view or isometric, extrude. This shape again is called a profile. I want to make sure I select a closed shape or it won't allow me to extrude. And our total distance of extrusion is 2.5 inches. Hit enter, it'll allow you to preview it. If everything looks good, hit the green check mark. And I need to add in just fillets and a hole to complete this drawing. You can do a sketch or you can do the whole feature. I like the whole feature if it's just 1 or 2 holes, or actually, the whole feature is actually pretty good for a lot of holes as well. But we're going to use that again. And while we're in here, I'll show you a couple different things. Like through means that it's going all the way through. Blind means that it's to a depth. Now this is also going to create a pointed hole. So I'm going to use my select mate connectors option just to place this. And there's my hole. But if I make this a depth that's less than my part, so if I made that 1 inch, and I take a peek down inside of there, you can see that that is, too far. You can see it's conical, or it's cone shaped. And that's to represent the hole that's going to be left by a drill bit. So if you need a flat bottom hole, it's best to do as a sketch and then extrude it, or what's called a counter bore. But you can do, there's counter bore. And you can manipulate the features here. Total width of the hole, total diameter of this, if I wanted that to be the same. 1 inch, and I would have to manipulate these features, but to keep this video a little short, we're just going to go simple. It is a through hole. The diameter is 1 inch. Looks good. Green check mark. And go back to my trimetric, and I need to add in my fillets again. So I'm going to select this point and this point. They need to be 1/8 of an inch. Green check mark, back to trimetric, and the part is done. So go ahead and screenshot this and submit it to Canvas for a grade.